Most people growing up think doctors are at the top of the income pyramid. And for a lot of doctors, they are. But there's a category of skilled trade careers where the income, the lifestyle, and the wealth building potential quietly surpasses what most physicians actually take home. Today I'm showing you 5 of them. Look, I want to be fair here. I'm not saying tradespeople make more than brain surgeons. I'm talking about the comparison most people never make. The average primary care physician in the US takes home around $230 to $260K a year after 8 years of school, after $200K to $400K in student debt, after residency, after years of delayed income. When you run the real numbers, the total picture, the gap between medicine and the top of the trade world is a lot smaller than most people think. In some cases, it flips entirely. These 5 careers are the ones where the flip happens. High income, low debt, and a path to wealth that doesn't require a decade of school before you start earning. I've been in the trades for 30 years. I've run my own business for 16 years. I know what the top of this world looks like. And I'm telling you, these 5 careers are the ones that most people never see coming. Before we get started, smash that like button, subscribe. All right, let's get into it. Trade number 1, HVAC business owner, commercial service and mechanical contractor. Let's start with one that I know best because I've lived it. An HVAC business owner running a commercial service and mechanical contracting operation is not just a tradesperson. They are a business operator. Their income reflects that. Here's the picture. A well-run HVAC service company with 8 to 12 technicians serving commercial clients, office buildings, hospitals, schools, industrial facilities is generating $2 million to $5 million in annual revenue. The owner of that business, managing operations and client relationships, is clearing $300K to $600K per year. Not gross revenue, personal income. Now, compare that to the average primary care doctor, $230K to $260K, with $300K in student debt, with malpractice insurance, with insurance billing headaches, with 10 years of schooling and training behind them before they ever saw a real paycheck. The HVAC business owner started with a 6 to 12 month training program, built their skills over 5 to 7 years, went independent, built a company, and got there faster with 0 student debt and a business they own outright. I built my HVAC business over 16 years. I know what it takes, and I know what it pays. The top of this career is not talked about enough at all. Now this next one. Real quick, I want to tell you about something that's been working for me. My brother Shane runs a program called the Content Growth Engine. It's built around growing your YouTube channel and earning real income without it taking over your life. We're talking less than 4 hours a week. I'm a member myself. First month in, I had a $214 day. That turned into $445 days, then $519 days by month 5, and it just keeps building from there. It's legit. Links in the description and pinned below. It's worth a look. Trade number 2, master electrician, electrical contracting business owner. Here's one where the business ownership story is almost identical to HVAC, and the pay at the top is just as strong. A master electrician who builds a commercial and industrial electrical contracting company is operating in one of the most in-demand service businesses in the country, and the income reflects the demand. Here's the picture. A commercial electrical contractor with 10 to 15 electricians doing service, tenant improvements, and industrial work is generating $3 million to $6 million in annual revenue. The owner, who has their master electrician license and runs the business, is clearing $350 to $700K per year in strong markets. That's not an outlier. That is what well-run electrical contracting businesses produce for their owners. Now, here's the comparison most people don't make. A specialist physician, a cardiologist, an orthopedic surgeon earns $400K to $600K after 12 to 15 years of school and training, after $400K to $600K in student debt, after malpractice insurance that runs $30K to $100K per year. The master electrician business owner got to a comparable income in 10 to 12 years total with no student debt, and they own a tangible business asset that can be sold. The electrical contracting business is one of the clearest paths to genuine wealth in the entire trades world, and almost nobody talks about the income potential at the top. All right, next up. Trade 3, plumbing contractor, master plumber and service business owner. Here's a third, and what I think as the mechanical trades trifecta, HVAC, electrical, and plumbing. All 3 have the same business ownership story at the top, and all these quietly produce income that rival or exceed what most physicians take home. A master plumber running a commercial plumbing service and new construction business with 10 to 20 journeymen is generating 4 million to 8 million in annual revenue. The owner is clearing 400K to 800K per year in well-run operations. And the plumbing business has one characteristic that makes the wealth build story even stronger than most people realize. Reoccurring demand. Plumbing service is not discretionary. Pipes don't ask permission to break. Water heaters don't wait for a convenient time to fail. The demand for plumbing service is permanent, local, and recession resistant. The plumbing contractor who builds a strong service customer base with maintenance contracts, preferred customer agreements, and a reputation in their market has a business that generates reliable cash flow year after year. And here's the exit story. A well-run plumbing contracting business with 5 million in annual revenue and strong margins sell for 4 to 6 times EBITDA. That's a 2 million to 4 million exit for a business built without a single dollar of student debt, starting from a trade school program that costs a fraction of the medical school. That's a wealth building story that most physicians simply cannot match. Now, this next one. Quick question, and be honest. Do you actually know which trade fits you, or are you just picking the one you've heard of? CourseCareers has an AI career counselor named Coura that'll actually figure that out for you. She walks you through your goals, your personality, your lifestyle, and matches you to the right fit from HVAC, plumbing, electrical, construction project managing, construction estimating, architectural drafting, or supply chain coordinator. Then you get the free intercourse to see if you're right before you go all in. No experience needed, no degree required. Students have been doing this and landing high-paying careers as little as 4 to 12 weeks. Link is in the description and pinned in the comments below. Know before you go. Trade 4, commercial diving saturation diver and diving supervisor. Here's one that earns its place on this list for a very specific reason. The absolute top of the commercial diving world, saturation divers working on deep water offshore projects, produces income that don't just match physicians, they blow past most of them. I covered commercial diving in a recent video on this channel, but I want to revisit it here because the income comparison is so stark. A saturation diver working on deep water Gulfs of Mexico projects, living in a pressurized habitat, working at depths of 1,000 feet or more, earns $1,000 to $1,500 per day. That's $180K to $300K per year for an active diving season. The diving supervisors, the senior personnel who manage saturation diving operations, they're clearing $250 to $400K. Now, compare that to the average physician. Most doctors, outside of high-paying specialties, are making $200K to $300K with a decade of school behind them, with student debt, with malpractice. The saturation diver got there within 6 to 12 months. Commercial diving school program. No 4-year degree required. No medical school. No residency. The physical demands and the risks are real. I'm not minimizing that. Commercial diving, especially saturation diving, is generally dangerous work. The people who do it earn every dollar. But for the right person, the income potential at the top of this career is extraordinary. And almost nobody outside the offshore industry knows it exists. All right, this last one. And this is the one that surprises people the most every single time.
Hi, quick break here. If you'd like to take a free course in CourseCareers, click the link below in the description.
Trade 5, the closer, funeral home owner, licensed mortician and business operator. Okay, I know, stay with me, because the income story here is one of the most compelling in the entire trades and technical education world, and almost nobody talks about it. I covered mortuary science on this channel before, but I want to make this physician comparison specifically because it's powerful. A funeral home owner, a licensed mortician who owns and operates their own funeral home, is running a business with one of the most unique economic structures of any small business in America. Here's the picture. A single location funeral home doing 150 to 200 services per year at an average of 8K to 12K per service is generating 1.2 million to 2.4 million in annual revenue. The owner of that business, running it well, controlling costs, building community relationships, is clearing 200 to 400K per year personally. Now, here's the comparison. The average primary care physician makes 230 to 260K after 8 years of school, after 300K in student debt, with 60-hour work weeks, with insurance billing nightmares, with malpractice insurance, with a career that physically and emotionally grinds people down. The funeral home owner got their mortuary science associate degree in 2 years. completed their apprenticeship, got their license, built or bought their business, and is making comparable or better income with the business they own in a market with legally protected demand. Because every state in the country requires a licensed mortician involvement in the disposition of human remains. That is a government mandated monopoly on a service that 100% of the population eventually needs. Here's the part most people don't know. The funeral industry has a serious succession problem. The average funeral home owner is in their late 50s. Many have no succession plan. Small funeral homes in mid-sized markets are available for acquisition at reasonable multiples. An SBA loan can finance the purchase. A licensed mortician with business sense can step into an established business with an existing client base built over decades, with a community reputation that took years to earn. The income at the top of this career doesn't match most physicians. It surpasses them. Without the debt, without the decade of school, and with a business asset that can be sold or passed down. That's why the funeral home owner is the closer on this list. And that is why mortuary science is one of the most underrated career paths in the entire trades and technical education world. Look, the income pyramid is not what most people think it is. HVAC contractor, master electrician, plumbing contractor, commercial diver, funeral home owner. 5 trade careers where the income at the top quietly surpassed what most doctors take home. Without the debt, without the decade of school, and with a path that starts with trade school, not a university. If this video changed how you think about what's possible in the trades, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Drop a comment. Which one surprised you the most? I read every single one. Catch you in the next video. Peace out.
If you need to learn the trades, go to Zach of all trades.